welcome back to the Board Game Spotlight. I'm Lizzie, and today I'm going to be teaching you the 100 Torii by Scott Caputo with art by Vincent Dutray from Pencil First Games. We have the game set up for a two-player game. We removed 12 tiles per the rules, and we have 2 tiles per character and per landmark out here, as each player will only receive 1. Each player starts the game with 2 coins and 2 tiles. In the center, we have the red back tile that has one of each of the 6 landmarks on it. On your turn, you start by getting help. This is an optional action you may take. You will get help from one of the 5 characters by paying them. The gardener lets you place 1 tile on top of a tile that has already been placed. You may not place more than 1 tile on a tile that is placed out there. So if one tile is already on top of another, you cannot place a third. The geisha allows you to place 2 tiles on your turn, and you would score off the second tile you have placed. The poet allows you to place the blue meeple on top of a landmark out there, effectively removing it from the game for scoring purposes. The red samurai will allow you to take the red meeple and place it somewhere off a tile, and that would stop other players from being able to place the tile where the samurai is located. Last, we have the vendor. The vendor is going to allow you to discard 1 tile from your hand to draw 2 new tiles. Next, you're going to expand the garden. You're going to do this by placing 1 tile orthogonally on the board. You can rotate the tile in any direction, and then you're going to score off of it. So whichever tile you've placed, it will have at least 1 landmark on it. In this case, we have a bridge. In order to create a path, we need to match it up. So here you would take 1 bridge token, and that's it, because you did not pass through any Torii gates. As more tiles are placed, the paths will become longer and you'll be able to pass through Torii gates. So if I place this tile here, I place a bridge. So that's going to give me 1 bridge token. As I pass through a red Torii gate, that's going to give me a second token of the same type. If I pass through a blue gate, that's going to give me a token type of another kind that is not what I'm initially going for. So I would take a well. And then here I am passing through another red Torii gate to give me a 3rd bridge to create the shortest path here. So if I had used the poet and covered up this one, I could go all the way to this gate, or all the way to this landmark bridge. There's not another gate to pass through, so it wouldn't earn me any extra tokens. After you've expanded the garden, you're going to go to the achievements and the bonuses. So the landmark upgrades happen when you have 5 of the same token. You're going to turn them in and take the matching large token with the 5 on it. If a player gains an additional 5 tokens, you can flip it again to have the 10 side. You cannot score more than 10 points for each landmark. Next, we have the character bonuses. When you use a character on your turn, you get the matching small token that goes with it. You're going to put it on the 2 side in front of you. If you use that character a second time, you would flip it over to the 4 side. If you use it a 3rd time, you would take the large character that matches with the 3 on it and place that in front of you. There's only 1 3 per each character. Each person can take one of the small ones and earn up to 4 points, but only 1 player will earn the 3 points for using the character a 3rd time. There are 3 different achievements. The first is for the player that has completed has turned in 5 tokens of all 6 of the different landmarks. They would take this token for 5 points. The player who does it second would earn the token for 3 points. Next, we have the player that turns in 10 of 3 different landmarks. They would earn 5 points for that. The second player would earn 3. We also have an enclosure. So if you create an enclosure that has at least 2 landmarks in it, like I have done right here, there's 2 bridges and then a completely enclosed area, you would take the small enclosure token. If you do it a second time, you flip it over with the 4 points. And if you did it a 3rd time, you would take the token that has the symbol of the enclosure on it and a 3. There's only 1 of these in the game. After you have taken any bonuses or achievements, you draw up to 2 in your hand. If you already have 2 in your hand from using a character, you would not draw a 3rd. The game ends when the last tile is drawn. Now that player that has drawn it and every other player gets 1 more turn. Once everyone has taken their turn, you're going to score points. So you just score the points that are in front of you based on characters, achievements, and your bonuses. If there happens to be a tie, whoever has the most leftover small landmark tokens would win. If there is still a tie, whoever has earned the most achievements would win, and if there is still a tie, the 2 players will share the win. And that's how you play the 100 Torii from Pencil First Games. If this seems like an interesting game that you want to look at, check out the link in the description below for the Kickstarter. Happy gaming!